Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. Today's the 1st of August and that means I've been sober for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago in August, I gave up alcohol. When I gave up alcohol, I had no idea that I was giving up alcohol forever. It was supposed to be a temporary thing, actually. I made another video about this if you are interested in giving up alcohol or that topic in particular. What I'm going to talk about today is how I turned my life around in general, and it all started when I gave up alcohol 3 years ago. And now I have, well, I'm kind of living a health kick, and I'm really happy, and I wanted to share with you how I got to this place. Okay, so I've made some notes, and so the first thing I did was gave up alcohol, and I did this because I had a photo shoot planned, a cover. I was going to be on the cover of a national magazine here in Spain, and it was going to be quite naked, really, well, partially clothed with some lingerie. So I was really concerned about just getting rid of a few extra pounds. And I've never done a diet in my life. I don't believe in diets. So all I ever do before an important photo shoot is just do a little bit more cardio and give up chocolate, cake and alcohol, and that seems to be enough. Anyway, this photo shoot kept getting delayed, and in that time I started to see a lot of amazing benefits from living alcohol free. It was incredible. For example, my eczema went away. I lost weight without really thinking. It was very easy to lose weight. And then also at this time in my life, my two best friends had left Barcelona, and I think they were it's very difficult to give up alcohol if you've got certain friends who, when you meet with them, you just inevitably have a drink and then you start pouring out all your secrets, and it's you have a great connection over a drink, or you might get silly or have a dance or something. So those two potential drinking friends had left, and that although I was absolutely gutted when that happened, a few months later I found that not having them around made sobriety much easier, or in a social situation. At first there's lots of temptations. I used to love finishing the week and just having a glass of wine and just really letting my hair down, whereas now I have no desire for that at all. And so as these friends had left, I wanted to create more of a daytime social life, and I did that thanks to a website called meetup.com. I joined a few freelance groups and some walking groups, and that was really helpful for me to have some social contact in the daytime, and also with no drinks involved. It was incredible, and I met some very good friends through those meetups. And then at that time, 3 years ago, I started becoming vegan. I've been vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for 20 years or something. Well, 23 years without eating meat now. And for me, I just never liked meat. That was the first reason. That's the main reason I don't eat meat. But then over time, I've seen that I've got more reasons not to eat meat now. I've become more aware of the environmental impact, health issues, and animals, and also the energetic. I don't think it's good to ingest pain and suffering. And I used to think that being an ovo-lacto vegetarian was okay because you're not killing the animal. Then I just started following some vegan YouTubers, and I became a lot more aware of the dairy industry, and I was just disgusted by a lot of the things that I was learning. But at the same time, I still love chocolate, pizza, and cake. So I started giving up those things very gradually. Cheese, how could I miss out on that? Cheese, oh my God. Because I used to, if I was lazy and I had a lot of work, I used to just stick a frozen pizza in the oven. It just seemed like an easy thing to do when I was lazy and I had a lot of work. So it's very difficult to, in my mind I was vegan, but in my practices I started eliminating ovo-lacto products very gradually. For example, the first thing it was yogurts, and then just having these foods less and less often, and now I'm 100% vegan. Wow, finally, 3 years later. So that was a very slow process. And then about 2 years ago, after I gave up alcohol and I was starting to become vegan, I discovered juicing. Wow, and that is just incredible. I absolutely love juicing. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know how much I love juicing. I make a green juice every day, a green goddess juice. If you want to see the ingredients, I've got them listed on my Instagram feeds. And I just absolutely love juicing because I was watching all this vegan stuff at the same time, and before this, if I'd, let's say, bought a melon, I would have just had a slice of it after dinner one day and then put the melon back in the fridge, and it might have lasted me a couple of days. Whereas now I'm juicing and I'm making smoothies as well, so my intake of fresh fruit and vegetables has increased incredibly. I used to do 5 a day before, and now I'm doing between 10 and 15 portions of fresh fruit and vegetables every single day. So juicing has helped me increase my fresh fruit and vegetable intake incredibly. It's amazing, and I'm eating stuff that I would not usually eat. I'm just juicing things that it would take a long time to eat, like kale or fresh beetroot. So it's incredible. I love it. I love juicing. And then after I discovered juicing, I signed up to the gym for the very first time in my life. I was always anti-gym before this point. I used to always walk everywhere. I still kind of walk 10,000 steps a day. But I became obsessed with Body Pump. Oh my God, I think it was Body Pump 100 when I started, and now it's Body Pump 106. So for those of you who don't know what Body Pump is, it's choreographed weightlifting. It's incredible. And the playlist is about 55 minutes long, I think, and there's a song for each body part, and the playlist changes every 3 months. And I actually like how predictable it is, because I can just get into a hypnotic state, and I find I actually combine my Body Pump sessions with meditation and visualization, and I really love it. And I also love the fact that I just love resistance and strength, because I used to think that going to the gym would be a real chore, and just it would be one of those things where you're just looking at the clock all the time and then waiting for the class to be over, and you'd feel good with yourself afterwards, or satisfied that you've done something good for yourself. However, Body Pump is something that I absolutely really, really look forward to and enjoy when I'm doing it. So that's why it's been life-changing for me. I find it really motivating. That's not something I thought I would ever do, because I just thought, oh, I'll just walk everywhere, it'll be okay, that'll be enough exercise. And that's not the case. I've gone completely the other way, and I go to the gym every single day now. I also do yoga and Pilates, so just to try and not be, not just doing weights all the time. So the gym has become a part of my daily routine, and I would recommend anyone who hasn't been to the gym before just to do it. It's incredible. And I'm doing a transformation now. It's going to be 2 years in November. I'm doing it without any nasty protein shakes, and I'm also a vegan now, and it's incredible to see how strong I've become over this time. And I'm really determined to prove that vegans can build muscle and be strong. So that's good. So I want to have cruelty-free curves. And the next thing I did, so I started all this gym stuff a couple of years ago, and then I had a very difficult personal situation in my life, without going into too much detail, but let's say the friend I was spending a lot of time with around then, I was going down this health kick route, and he was going down a very different route, not so healthy, let's say. And I guess we had a kind of it had a very difficult personal situation, and I had to, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But this situation, the stress I lived, now I can see that it's been one of the best things that's ever happened to me, because I got rid of a friendship that was no longer serving me, and because of all this stress that I was going through, at the end of a long day of work, I used to start Googling stuff about stress, and I started learning about abdominal breathing. And this was really the beginning of my spiritual awakening, and I've been going through a very profound spiritual awakening now for the last year. And it all started with abdominal breathing. It just blew my mind. I downloaded this app called Belly Bio, which I think is only on iPhone, and I recommend anyone to try it. And what it is you put your phone on your belly and you breathe through the nose, and then you do your abdominal breathing, so you let your belly rise and fall very, very slowly, and there's a graph that shows your levels of stress and your breaths per minute. And then just seeing that I was in control of my stress levels thanks to my breath was really empowering for me, because I realized that stress is a choice, so you can't really control what's going on around you, but you can control how you react to it. And I find myself reacting very well to a couple of very stressful situations, and I just found that this was the abdominal breathing that was helping me to feel in control. So I watched all the TED Talks about abdominal breathing, and then I discovered some videos by Sadhguru, and I absolutely loved them. And I just started to become more spiritually aware, and all my lifestyle choices or habits suddenly started to make more sense. For example, I was a minimalist. I'm a minimalist. I have been for a long time. I'm not at all materialistic. Not eating meat, practicing yoga. And I've always valued integrity, has always been my number one value. So I was going down a path of authenticity, and even trying to become more and more and more authentic, and also not drinking alcohol. I mean, I think I don't believe in this work hard, play hard, and people think play hard is self-destruction or something. And I don't believe that. I think everything should be nourishing, or taking you to, or helping you to become your best version. And I really felt that I was on that path at that time. And I also joined, thanks to Meetup, I joined a Zen group called the Zen of Hollywood, and that really helped me consolidate some of the ideas or some of the things I was watching on YouTube as well. And I just gradually, I became more and more spiritually awake. And this, my spirituality, I'm applying to my work as well. And I became more message focused. I had an ego death, which has been incredible, one of the best things that's happened to me. And everything seems to make more sense now. And yeah, just living in the moment, living simply, living authentically, living consciously. And what else did I do? And then I joined a vegan group through Meetup about 6 months ago. And that's been incredible, because a lot of the people in the vegan Meetup are already spiritual. They're very conscious people. And I love being around them. And when I started spending time with them, I think I was 95% vegan. I was still having the odd cake here and there, the odd slice of pizza. And thanks to their influence, and that's all gone now, and I'm now 100% vegan. And what I love as well is that their conscious lifestyle is not just about not eating meat or dairy. It goes beyond that. A lot of my vegan friends don't drink alcohol either, or they take care of their bodies, they do sport, and they're also spiritually awake. So I find that I'm really happy that my social life now has become very conscious, and it's nothing like what it was 3 years ago, like going out, getting drunk and having a self-destructive experience, and then spending loads of money and having a hangover. And that to me now, I mean, there's no temptation with alcohol. Honestly, it's so easy not to drink, thanks to my current conscious life. And what was the last thing? I can't even read my own writing. Yeah, I can't even read that. So there we are. So that is how I changed my life in the last 3 years, and it all started with giving up alcohol. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Other things I've given up. I've also given up deodorant. I'm a free bleeder. That's crazy. And what else? Yeah, I'm not using any moisturizers anymore. I only use sweet almond oil on my face and coconut oil on my body. And so I'm just really becoming a minimalist in everything. And I like to do no makeup challenge. And yeah, there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and see you next time.